The Maggie Flanigan Studio New York acting programs prepare actors for long professional careers based on Meisner Technique training. Jillian Blakkan-Strauss talks about how she learned firsthand in this acting program the power of passion and perseverance.
This idea of listening and the imagination aspect, I really didn't know that much about it, but I thought this feels good. And I looked at a few other studios that also train in the Meisner Technique. The reason that I decided to go here is I mentioned the community before. That was really important to me. Sitting down and talking to Charlie was a big part of it, because right away I got a sense of his dedication and passion for his students. I could tell he meant what he said. It wasn't going to be a repeat of classes where you do scene study and it ends and you're like, oh, I don't know, that didn't feel right, but I don't know why. I could tell I was going to learn and develop a technique. And Charlie was someone who I wanted to learn from. So those two things, Charlie and the community, were really instrumental. And then I also spoke with alums of the program who just, everything I said really resonated with me. So I did my research. I really liked what I saw and what I learned about Maggie's, and took the leap, and I'm really glad I did. I would say trust your gut. If you're investigating places to train, but then you're making excuses for yourself, you're getting in your own way. If you're investigating places to train, it means you know you need to train, you know you're missing something. In terms of the time commitment, 2 years goes by fast. It goes by really fast, and it's nothing if you fast forward 10 years and you haven't done the training and you're not booking gigs and you're frustrated. Put in the time now. And in terms of finances, it can be difficult for sure. It's New York City, and to say that it's not it would just be dishonest. But you got to invest in yourself. This is a good place to invest, because if you put in the work, you're going to see a change in yourself and a growth as an artist. You only get out what you put in. And so to learn, to really cultivate a technique, that's going to give you something to bring to your work as an artist that you don't have right now. Really, before I started this program, I thought of acting as something that you did your homework, you came in prepared, and then you did the scene. And I've learned over the course of the year that it's not about doing the scene, it's about letting it unfold. Because I did a lot of research prior to applying. I read a few books about it. I had minimal training, like a day of training at my graduate school that I went to. So I knew about repetition, and I knew that there was an exercise of sorts that got built upon as the work went on, but that was kind of it. When I began this program, I don't think I had a really clear sense of myself. I thought of myself as someone who could kind of hold herself together, was very driven, was empathic, but what I didn't realize is how difficult it was for me to stand up to people, how suppressed my points of view were about things that happened around me and things people said to me. I really had no concept of that, and right away when the work began, I was just floored at, oh my gosh, I don't know what I think about what that person just said to me, and I don't know how I feel about what's happening. And so as the work progresses, and as it progressed for me, I began to cultivate a point of view. I began to feel justified in how I felt. And now, having finished the first year work, I have a much stronger sense of how I think about the world, about my place in it, and what I want to do. I've always thought of actor training as involving a lot of hard work. I did not know just how hard and in-depth that work could go. The dedication, the passion that's required to really keep going, the grit, it takes a lot of commitment and dedication and love, and I have such a deep appreciation for that now.
Admission to the acting programs at the Maggie Flanigan Studio are by interview only. To schedule your admission interview with Charlie Sandland for the fall of 2018 two-year acting program, call the studio today at 917-789-1599 or visit the acting programs page on the studio website.